Okay, it's true. I absolutely love hydrangeas, have them growing in my yard, and wanted to share them in paper form. Hydrangea Heaven is hot off the press's latest collection, and let me show you what we have. We'll start with the 12 by 12 pattern cardstock, and before I get into every single sheet, let me show you what you can do. Here is a scrapbook page using the hydrangea cutting die as well as the 12 by 12 pattern cardstock and solid cardstock. Oh, so pretty. And if you don't want that such a three-dimensional thing on your scrapbook page, well, this is another page that you can do so easily with the cutouts, with the papers, and with the solid cardstock. Now let me just show you what that patterned cardstock looks like. And here we go with our first. I'll get this out of the way. This is the one that you saw on the front. And then on the back side is that all over blossoms. Here we have just a beautiful, you can tell that the colors are pinks, blues, purples, all the colors that hydrangeas come in. We do have a touch of green, of course. And here is the other side with some text, some scroll work, as well as the variety of patterns. And we've added stripes in with this, as well as the scroll work. And you can see, here is the back, that beautiful sheet. And here we have a circle of hydrangeas. Now, as a scrapbooker, you know that your photograph is going to be in this area, and that's what was done here. If you're a card maker, you can think of this in terms of quarters, whether you want to do 4 6 by 6 cards, or if you want to do 4 that are 5 by 6.5. This will accommodate it quite perfectly. On the back side, you have more stripes and kind of a ghosted image. Here we have another going into the pinks and purples, and here we go, the pink text. You also have the cutouts, and this has a 36 of the cutouts, and the back side of that is more stripes, so that's all ready for you. Now, if you wanted to do a card, as I said, you can get 4 out of them every single sheet, and here is an example of using the solid with the pattern cardstock and some dazzles and cutouts together. Now we also have, of course, the coordinating Hydrangea Heaven cardstock. Now there are 7 colors, but you do get 12 sheets. So let me show you what we did. And let me show you, well, you can kind of see the colors there, but I'll show them to you here. So that dark purple, and then on the back side is the dark purple. Then we have a pink. Then we have a medium purple, and then a very light purple. And we added green. Why? Because you need green for the leaves. Also, of course, there's green in everything on the paper, so we wanted to make sure that we got that in there. There is the lighter purple, and then a blue. There you go. So that's how you're going to get 7 colors on all of those. So the pinks, the purples, the blues are all included. Now we also have a 6 by 6, of course, and the 6 by 6 has the same ones, and I'll just flip them for you. So the back side is as I just showed you. This is simply a scaled down version of the same art. Oh, so pretty. Yes. Nice to have those stripes in there, so that looks good. Here is a card that was made with the 6 by 6, and this is our standard 5 by 6.5 inch card, also using our oval cutting dies. Doesn't that look nice? Also the leaves and stems cutting die. Just a few of the hydrangea blossoms right there from the cutting die, and that's what that looks like. Now we also have the die cuts. And the die cuts have 31 pieces to them. They're shown right here, but let me show them to you up close and personal. So we have the small strips that are just perfect for greetings, the larger tags and ovals and borders to embellish your work, and that's going to work very nicely. In fact, let me show you a couple of examples. As is always our custom, on the back of the inserts, there are always ideas using the product that's inside, and here we go. Here is one card. We can get in a little bit closer with this, and you can see that that's got 3 of the die cuts onto this 6 by 6 card. And then here they are used on a slimline card. So they're going to be very useful for all kinds of reasons. Now this has a border right here. It has a tag on its side. It's got some pieces that are slipped underneath these two die cuts, as well as that big one that's been foam taped on top. Just so useful. Now chipboard is a favorite of ours, and we are so delighted to have exclusive ranges of these. Of course, everything here is exclusive to Paper Wishes. This has 10 chipboard pieces, you can see, and there's that big frame of hydrangea petals as well as some words, and here is one example of using this and coloring it and adding some sparklets on top. Very nice. We also have a cutting die. Now you have seen that cutting die used in several of the projects, and this is really kind of different in that we've got the base layer, which is going to cut out like that, which is going to house all of your blossoms, but we also have a smaller version. Now you can do what the designer did here, and this Debbie did this. She layered the two, one on top of the other. So she die cut this, placed it on the bottom, and that gave the shape of the hydrangea. But then she took this one and foam taped it on top, and that gives her some big dimension. Just really nice. And what is very fun is that the blossoms will cut out in one swoop. So you're going to need several of them, but not as many as if you were cutting them individually. That would be difficult. The leaves and stems are from our stems and leaf cutting die, so that does double duty once again. And you can see just how beautiful that is. Now, you can use a big mass of this. Also showed that to you on the scrapbook page. Or if you want to, you can do just a small cluster. And doesn't that look lovely? So versatile and so easy to do. So in this collection, we'll back up again just to bring everything back out. We have this wonderful cutting die. We have chipboard. We have the 31 die cuts. We have our 6x6 Hydrangea Heaven, our 12x12 solid cardstock, and of course, everything starts with our 12x12 pattern cardstock. All of this is here, all of it. The only place you will find this is at paperwishes.com. We're quite delighted to have that. We hope you're going to love hydrangeas just as much as we do.